Hello, this is Bill, and I was rummaging around and figured I was going to make something a little different. This is going to be a real quick and easy video. Shouldn't take long because this is going to be real easy to make. Of course, like most people, I love bacon, I love horseradish, I love bacon horseradish dip. And you know, it's just getting kind of like the right amount of ingredients to make it all good. And like I said, I think you'll find that this is pretty easy and great to make. All right, first it's all about the bacon. So I go to the meat market. You know, if you buy if you buy bacon in the refrigerator section, it's got a lot of water in it, and you're paying for a lot of water. So it's worth paying the extra money, especially right now with the cost of all that stuff being just crazy. Get some good bacon and really fry it. Side note is, yes, I like to bake it in the oven, but I always find it makes just as much of a mess in the oven as it does on the stove. You can Google it. You know, you take a big cookie sheet, put some parchment paper on it. That's how a lot of restaurants do it. That's how I've done it. But I just sit here and fry away. So this is some applewood smoked bacon. So it's going to add some flavor. And first thing we're going to do, I've read where a lot of people think that you need to put the bacon in a food processor to get the right kind of texture, consistency. I don't know about you, but I like to actually taste the bacon. I want something, you know, on my chip. So basically I've got like 8 pieces of bacon here. I'm sure I'm going to need it all. But I'm just going to sit here really carefully. And so I fried it. I always fry bacon and wrap it up in paper towel, and then I wrap it up in plastic, and then I put it in the fridge. When you're ready to use it, all you gotta do is get it out, let it get a little warm, wrap it up in paper towel, throw it in the microwave for about 30 seconds at about 60% power, and the paper towel is going to absorb more of the grease off. These are pretty good sized chunks, so I'm probably going to need about 6 of these. And so you just make these little mini strips. If you had good kitchen shears, you could probably do it that way if you're afraid to do this. And of course, if you have a wide piece like this, I can always go crosswise. There we go. Now it's looking good, right? Keep 9 fingers. Got these, got a set of these cutting boards. I think it was a couple Christmases ago. It's pretty funny. They had 3 of these bamboo for like $7. I was like, oh, how can that be? They actually work out pretty good. They're light, they're easy. Bamboo is a softer wood, so it does get scarred. But you know, you can always keep your cutting boards last longer. Just sand them. A little elbow grease and sand them. They'll be fine. It's actually the cuts that harbor the bacteria. And in fact, that's one of the reasons why the age-old argument about plastic and wood cutting boards is that the cuts in plastic, which you can't take out, you can't sand those out, are a big place for bacteria to grow. Alright, I'm eyeballing this and I'm thinking I'm going to do one more piece and call it a day. I probably don't need it, but what the heck. And I can always save it out. And one of the reasons I can save it out is because I'm having a baked potato tonight. So I've already got some bacon bits cut up. I'm ahead of the game. I put this much work into something. Let's make it worth my while. Alright. Some of this grease off my hands. Alright, so I got my bacon, I'm going to set it aside. That whole piece of bacon I just have to eat. We'll see. Alright, so let's move on. I have about 1.5 cups of sour cream. Just the ratio I worked out. If you want to make it bigger, you can use a whole tub of sour cream, you know, the pints a pound rolled around, whatever that. And then what I want to do is I want about 1/4 cup of onion. So I went a little crazy once again on the onion. I want this cut kind of small because I'm going to use the rest of the onion on my baked potatoes tonight. So I'm just going to put it in here. The other thing, if you have extra cut up and you want to add a little more, guess what? It's already cut up. I don't have to get the onion out, get the cutting board out, and do all that stuff. Okay, so I've got onion, family secret, Worcestershire sauce. I need a splash of that. It's probably just for good luck. I'm really not sure why. And then I have, there's about 6 ounces of horseradish. When I get it out of I like the big jar stuff, not the stuff with a small neck, because I want to be able to get something in there like a spoon. Believe it or not, a knife or a spatula works really well. I want to press it against the side to get a lot of that juice out. So this is pretty dry. I'm going to kind of take it off the top as I get down towards the bottom where it's been sitting out for a little bit. So a little more fluid's accumulated. So I just want to go away from all that fluid. Press it against the other side. And voila, we're going to flip it in here. Alright, I like horseradish, so this works out really well. Don't know how I got my hand in it, but that's okay. Always need a towel. Okay, so now what I've got here, I've got some onion, I got some horseradish, I got that 1.5 cups sour cream. I'm just going to mix this. If you get too much liquid, you know, sometimes sour cream can actually be a little, have a little liquid. You know, I always pour it off before I measure it out, and you know, it's hard getting the horseradish dry. If you want to thicken it up, all you got to do is put like a big dollop of mayonnaise in, and that's just going to change the consistency. Well, the consistency is going to change because we got to put this in the fridge for, I like it in the fridge like an hour to let all the kind of flavors mix together. And I think the reason you see in recipes where they use like onion powder or garlic powder is because that does absorb a lot of the fluid too. So because I'm using real onion, that's adding more fluid. I'm going to get myself the bacon. I'm going to put almost all of it in. Let's see what it looks like. That needs it all. So what we want is we're going to get some of that saltiness from the bacon to mix in here. We need to get the heat from the horseradish to kind of permeate it back into everything else. And we need that sour cream to kind of set a little bit. And hopefully, this is actually pretty good. It's got a pretty good consistency. So I'm not as nervous, but like I said, if you go to get it out of the fridge and you serve it up and it's just a little runny, big dollop of mayonnaise, no one's going to know the difference. It's not really going to change the flavor at all. I do that on a lot of dips just to make them stand up, especially because if the dip's sitting out while people are eating and 20 minutes passes or so, because you dip out like you're having a party, it could, as it warms up, start to get a little wet again. So that's always a good reminder. But that's why I do take care, and I always try and get out as much liquid out of the horseradish as I can. Pour the liquid off my sour cream. Anyways, I don't know why I torture myself because I'm drooling looking at this. This is all there is to it. Like I said, I like to put it in the fridge for about an hour just to let everything kind of get happy again. As you saw, that bacon is pretty big, so I used the 7, 8 slices, all you need, a cup and a half of sour cream. You could use a whole 6-ounce jar, 8-ounce jar of the horseradish. Doesn't really matter what kind it is. I haven't found a whole lot of difference between brands or types. I just like finding one of the big jars so I can actually dig in there. And that splash of Worcestershire sauce, I don't know what it's good for, but I've always done it, so I'll keep doing it. And anyway, if you wanted to do something a little different, you could always, instead of using yellow onion, you could put some red onion in there. That would give a little more kind of bite to it. I want the onion to take over, so I used yellow. This is actually like a medallion sweet onion from Georgia. Anywho, this is great, easy. Hope you try it. Of course, I want you to subscribe and comment. Tell me what you like, don't like, and just have fun. This kind of stuff. If you got people coming over, you can kind of throw together. I usually keep bacon, especially when it goes on sale. Our meat market will have like a BOGO on it, so I'll bring it home, wrap it in plastic, throw it in the freezer. You get it out a day ahead. It's ready. Fry it. You can keep it in the fridge for a few days once you've fried it, because it's pretty well cured anyways. I think I kept bacon for a whole week. Simple, good. So like I always say, have fun, enjoy cooking, and experiment. Have a great day.